Today's Career Path seminar is about optical engineering. Hristijan Stojković holds Bachelor degree of Science in Laser and Optical Engineering from University of Rochester, and he's working towards his master's degree in optical sciences. Hristijan, thank you so much for being here today. Can you start with telling us what optical engineering is?
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me, first of all. So what is optical engineering? It is a science of light. We have designers that work in different companies for cameras, all different kind of cameras, laser processing engineering. So like mostly it's like an art of cutting any kind of material, right? So those are like the two biggest fields where optical engineers can work at. What else? We also there's some of us that work in research, so like cutting edge research such as quantum computation. That's like one of the biggest ones, and augmented reality. Currently, I'm very interested in augmented reality, so I'm trying to get a position in augmented reality or optical engineering field. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So because that's not something that lots of people are familiar with and you're interested in it, can you tell us about augmented reality?
Sure. Yeah. So augmented reality is basically you have a glass, and I want to specialize in this, right? So you have glasses, right? And right now you can just have you can just see the reality, but augmented reality is something that you add to the reality, so you can, I guess, process information faster. So let's say you're driving or like riding a bike, and you don't have like a place where to put your phone for directions, but you can put your glasses, and like your glasses can show you the path or like where to turn right, when to turn left. And then also augmented reality can be applied in like cars. So windshields are now being designed for augmented reality applications. You can check the odometer, so like your speed while you're driving. So basically, you're driving, and then in front of you, kind of like in the place where the windshield is, you can see numbers. You can see temperature. You can see the where's it called the navigation. So like you can follow where to like turn right, left, where to go, and things like that. So it's pretty fun. It's still like at the beginning stage, but like it's pretty fun.
So is anyone doing this? Is this only like in research in labs, or are there companies that are trying to implement this?
Yeah, there's so many companies actually that are doing this. Biggest ones: Google, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Lenovo. Those are the biggest ones. I think even yeah, I think those are the ones that are like everyone knows. The other ones, Meta too, right? So yeah, and like there's a lot of money invested in this. It is predicted that by 2026, so like what, in 3 years, the market will triple, or like it will become 4 times bigger than it is right now.
So I can see applications in self-driving cars.
Yes, yes, of course, that for sure.
All right. So you graduated from the IB program. What do you think about IB?
Yeah, so IB. So I have like a little specific situation, right? I entered IB, or like I guess I started my IB journey without knowing English. So I had a bit of a rough start. For me, IB was pretty difficult because I had to learn English and then study what's it called? Other courses as well. So I took math, physics, English HL, uh, Spanish, environmental studies, and Serbian SL. So it's like a Serbian self-study. So yeah, my HLs were like very hard. My SLs were like okay. That's how I guess I managed to do everything. And what do I think about it? I think it's very good preparation for college, but you really have to find a good school where like you have good professors. Because if you don't have good professors, you will end up studying it on your own and wasting a lot of time. So it's, I don't know, it's waste of time. So IB is perfect, but you gotta find a good school for it. Not every school is good that offers IB.
Yeah, not everyone has choice to go from school to school, but yeah, I know IBHL are serious university courses, like you get university credit. So
Yes.
it's university courses in high school. So you took IB, math, and physics and English, even though you were just learning English. So I think whoever is familiar with these courses, I happen to be, they will agree with me when I say that just this, even if we didn't know anything else about you, the fact that you were able to acquire new knowledge at the level these courses are, that shows that you have extraordinary capacity and grit. How did you navigate that? Like, I just cannot imagine learning English and doing well in that English course.
Sure. So basically, what happened with me is, so to answer that question, I gotta, I guess, give you a little bit of background of my life. So I come from, so I'm an orphan. I come from an orphanage. I was in foster families, orphanage, blah, 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 until I was 12. Then my family, my aunt and grandma, were financially, let's say, stable or like meeting requirements, the Serbian requirements to adopt. So they adopted me. And then ever since 12, I started living with them. So I know that they put a lot of work in upbringing me. So I guess trying to help me move again, like trying to help me become successful and overcome all the difficulties that I had in the past. Let's put it that way. And because of that, I really felt like I owned them quite a bit. And when I got this opportunity to go to Costa Rica and do IB, I felt like that's like my time to give them back for what they have, I guess, invested in a way in me. So yeah, and why and how I was able to do, I guess, become successful in IB was just that like feeling of giving back to my family.
Oh, it's such a heartbreaking story. Not only your hardship, but how you feel that you had to give them back, and that motivated you. It's like your hardship made you stronger. What Nietzsche, not Kelly Clarkson, said, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger."
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
And then obviously that in turn prepared you to do better. And I know that IB Math and HL and Physics HL, those are university level courses, and some stuff in these courses I haven't seen before university in former Yugoslavia, but you had to acquire that new knowledge in English.
Yeah, it was challenging, not gonna lie. Like I'd say IB for me, right, personally, most people wouldn't agree with me, but like for me personally, it was much more difficult than university. So
I actually heard people say that even like Canadians born here, that they go to university, enroll in sciences, and they say this is so easy now
yeah,
after what they've gone through. So
it also depends like on the level of university, I guess. But like, yeah, for sure, like if you accomplish IB program, you'll be pretty well rounded and prepared for the university courses.
yeah, beautiful story how you were able to overcome that. So in one of your internships, you got exposed to computer science. Can you tell us how computer science helps optical engineering?
Sure, yeah. So, for example, right now, augmented reality that I just mentioned, there most augmented reality is computer science. A little bit of it is different sciences such as electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and optical engineering. So basically, all these applications that you can see through your lenses are computer science like based code, right? So in a way, let's put it this way. Back in the day when there wasn't computer science, it was very difficult and time consuming to do optical engineering. You had to do everything on paper, and yeah, something that would take 3 hours, maybe like 20 years ago, or like 30 years ago, now it takes 10 minutes. So it's like a very, very efficient. It helped like increase the efficiency of solving optical engineering problems.
Can you list some other positions that someone with your background with optical engineering can have? Like what are career choices?
I guess, yeah. So the biggest ones are lens design, so camera design. You can do fiber optics, which is telecommunication or network. So, for example, 5G network was done by electrical and optical engineers. Let's see. So those are the two. And then you can do laser processing, which I'm doing currently. What else? Electro optics, which is pretty much using light instead of electrons to transfer information. So like currently the new processors, like computer processor and chips, use light to be faster. And yeah, that's like one of the things. And then I guess the last one that I can now remember is quantum computation. That's it, I think. The biggest ones, right?
Yeah, can you tell us more about laser processing? Like, is that used in medicine, in surgery?
Yeah, so where we use laser processor. So lasers are used everywhere, right? You have them in medicine, any kind of field, really, that needs to cut something, right? Laser processing is, I guess, like a specific thing that that is used for materials. So, for example, when you want to cut something or like to modify shapes and appearances of a material, you do that like a laser process. So it's like a method of material modification that which provides a number of advantages, like ability to quickly change designs, produce products without the need for retooling, and improve the quality of finished products. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that explanation. So aside from Serbia, you lived in Costa Rica, Rochester, New York, in Germany. Anything interesting you'd like to share about those places? What did you enjoy? How did you find living there?
Sure. I guess so far my favorite one is Costa Rica, and I guess many people would agree. Latin culture is very similar to Serbian culture, which helped me to, I guess, don't have a culture shock when I went there. Like I honestly, like, first time I experienced culture shock in the US. I guess I experienced it in my high school, like United World College, because there were like many cultures, right? Within one college, there were like 200 kids and 90 different nationalities. But outside of that college, like outside of those 200 people, when I was interacting with Costa Rican, they call themselves ticos. I don't know. I felt like home. Not gonna lie, I felt like home, and I had like a host family which I visited, let's say a few times a month, and yeah, I think Costa Rica would be the place where I will return. They will like, I don't know. They're even more helpful than Serbians. Not like I guess a problem or like I don't know, when you go to a new country, you always have problems. Problems
Of
everywhere.
course, yeah.
Yeah. So, and like on streets, when you ask someone to help you, like they're like much more friendlier than in Serbia, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't know. I really felt like I fit it very well in Latin culture. I can't explain really why, but it's like a very warm, welcoming culture.
Thank you for sharing your growing up story. It's heartbreaking, and I don't want to ask many questions about that, but I want to tell you, uh, you know, I'm proud of you, what you have become, and I'm sure everyone else would say that you did this, like you graduated from IB, you got in good university, you got your degree, now you're working towards your master's, and I think that's really impressive.
Yeah, thank you. And currently, I'm working. I'm trying to help other, I guess, uh, children without parental care in Serbia. So I would like to use this opportunity to try and connect with people that want to help kids back home. So it's basically Deca bez roditeljskog staranja. There are a few organizations, non-governmental organizations, but of course they all need funding to help with the kids. So yeah, I haven't. I'm gonna start working on that, and I think I will organize my non-government organization soon. Once I get a job and like I gotta kind of settle down and have more time to do it. But I would really appreciate if anyone that is listening to this podcast wants to connect with me, preferably would be LinkedIn. Yeah, my name is Hristijan Stojković, and you can find me there.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. So how can people help? By donating, and that will go to this organization?
Yeah, so let's put it this way. Sure, donations will help. But first, I want to find people that want to help in any way. So just like to have like I don't know, like number of interests, like interested people to help. I just want to gather that like first, and then from there I can go and figure out how they can help too. Because like, sure, money is one of the biggest issues for these kids, but another one is mentorship. Because we grow up without parents, we don't really have anyone to tell us what to do. So I think yeah, more than money, I think mentorship is important, much more than money. I was lucky to get a scholarship all the way from like high school, right? But most kids are not. So yeah.
Right, and that made whole difference in your life, that scholarship.
Yes.
So yeah, organizing scholarships like that.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I'm trying to get in a field that is like, let's say, there's a lot of financial benefits, and my idea was to organize within like my future company and like I don't know, like maybe some conferences in augmented reality, some kind of fundraising. So currently, I think I will focus on trying to find mentors that are willing to like put in the time to help these kids, and then maybe later on some fundraising. But the mentorship in any kind, right? It can be career opportunities, school, right? Any kind, really, any kind. Because let's put it this way: for people that like haven't been, I guess, they're not familiar with this kind of thing, like people, kids without parental care or like without parents. Um, just imagine growing up and not having parents, right? What your parents helped you achieve, and like how much they contribute in your life. We don't have that. So any kind of help that your parents gave you growing up would be highly appreciated. Any kind.
Yeah, it's for me as a mother, it's just heartbreaking really to think about that, and I cannot imagine better way to spend my volunteer hours. So I want to help you. Everything else it just seems less important when you think about that.
And yeah, I'm very happy that like I think I haven't met anyone, so maybe there are some people from our like countries from Balkan, I guess, that made it to the US and without they're like coming from my background without parents and everything. And I would really appreciate if we can connect too. I know that there are a few of them that are very successful, but they're in Serbia or like Europe. I haven't met anyone that is in the US. So if anyone hears this and knows anyone like that similar background, please connect us.
Anything else you would like to share?
I just want to point out that in case anyone is interested in anything that I talked about, please reach out and I'd be happy to discuss that with you. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I will be hopefully getting a job soon. So if you like the company that I work at, please reach out and I can also refer.
Thank you. And again, we are really proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.